SugarSaltnSpice.net. I'm Sarada Ganesh, and today the flavor train is going to bring to you Pokkodam. It's also known as ribbon pakoda. Ribbon pakoda is nothing but a ribbon-shaped tea time snack, very famous in South India. It's made with rice flour and chickpea flour. So let's check out the ingredients quickly. We have here 3 measures of rice flour and 1 measure of chickpea flour. Just remember the simple theory for this recipe. 3:1 is the ratio. For any measure that you are using, just take 3 measures of rice flour and 1 measure of chickpea flour. I have used half cup measure here. So this is nothing but 1.5 cups of rice flour, half cup of chickpea flour, 1.5 tablespoons of butter that I've melted down, 1 teaspoon of red chilli powder. This is not a very spicy snack, so let's keep it down. 1 teaspoon is good enough. Half teaspoon of Asafoetida. A pinch is not enough here. You need a good half or a little more than half teaspoon of Asafoetida. Salt as required and some oil to deep fry. Now there is a very important kitchen instrument that is used here to make this Pokkodam or rice pakoda, ribbon pakoda, sorry. This is a press, also called as nari in Tamil. Now this press uses a particular disc. For Pokkodam, we use this shape of disc. So I have mixed all my dry ingredients really thoroughly. Now while mixing up your dry ingredients, make sure your butter is spread well across all the flour particles. The reason being, 2 main reasons. 1, the flavor of butter that it imparts to the snack is very important. 2, when you mix butter to dry ingredients like flour and then you prepare a dough and deep fry it in oil, the final output is going to be really crispy. But make sure the quantity of butter is perfect. If the quantity of butter is less, your final product is not going to be as crispy as you need it. And if it's going to be more, your final product is going to be very soggy. So make sure you add the right amount of butter. 1.5 tablespoon is good enough for this quantity that we have taken here. So now that my dry ingredients are all mixed up really well, I'm going to start adding water and I'm going to make a firm dough here. Add water little by little because you don't want a loose dough, then our press is not going to work properly. So add little by little and make sure you get a firm dough. So knead your dough till all the bits and pieces come together and you get a final round ball. It should not be too firm, then it's not going to come through your press and your disc. My Pokkodam dough is ready here. Now I'm going to take part of this dough and put it in my nari or press so that we can go and fry it. So insert your disc inside the press. Make sure it falls in the right direction. Now take a little bit of your dough, form a log, put it inside, just gone inside, and try to fill your entire press with the dough. And by the way, for mixing this dough for the quantities I mentioned here, it took me slightly more than half cup of water, just FYI. So that's good enough. Now I have to put this upper piece of the equipment. Just have to screw it tight. So our press is ready for frying. Let me wash my hands and let's go and deep fry. So let's check if our oil is nice and hot. Now a good way to test your oil is by adding a small piece of the dough. When you put this piece of dough in your oil, if the dough immediately comes up sizzling, it means your oil is hot enough for Pokkodam. If not, you just have to wait. So let's check our oil. It came up immediately. So our oil is nice and hot. Let's start pressing. So my press, now the dough is going to come out through the holes in the disc. I hope you're able to see it clearly. Just make nice discs. Let them sizzle. When the oil is still sizzling, it means that the Pokkodam is still cooking. When the oil stops sizzling completely, then it means your Pokkodam is cooked and ready to be taken out. So the oil tells you the entire story. You just have to stand and babysit. So in the meantime, I have lined a plate with some tissue paper so that it absorbs the oil completely, if any. But if the consistency of your dough was perfect, it's not going to drink any oil and it's going to come out clean. So it has stopped bubbling completely. Can you see it? 1 or 2 bubbles there and here is fine. But the initial sizzle and bubble is all gone. So the oil is telling us to take the Pokkodam out, and I'm going to take it out. Do not wait for the Pokkodam to get any darker, only because it's going to sit in your plate and it's going to cook more because of the heat of the oil. So if you're going to wait for it to get dark and then take it out, it's going to get darker. So just give it some time. It's going to sit and cook a little bit more in the heat. So can you see that? My paper towel is not at all oily, which means my dough was really right. So I'm going to fry the next batch of Pokkodam. Let's just see that. While my second batch is frying, now it's been more than a minute since I took them out. Can you see that the color has darkened a little bit? When I took it out, it was a tinge lighter than this, but they just got tempered, they sat down and they cooked even more and the color has got darkened. So I just finished frying the last batch from my oil, and this is the amount of Pokkodam that I got from the dough I prepared. So, can you see it? Now some pointers. While frying the Pokkodam in the oil, while you use your press, I showed you by directly holding the press in the top of the oil and doing it. Please don't do it. There is a chance that you burn your hands. The steam from the hot oil is really hot. It can burn your hands. So once I fried the first 2 batches, I used a mitten. So what I did is, I wore a mitten in my left hand, held my press with the mitten, and then used my right hand, which was right at the top, so the steam from the oil did not reach or burn my right hand. So please, please, please use the mitten. Can you hear how crispy it is? And it's really tasty. Now I can't stop eating it. So do try it out in your house and let me know how it turned out in the comment section below. Please try watching my channel, and if you really like it, keep watching. And until I see you in my next video with my next recipe, bye bye from Sarada Ganesh.